So Despicable Me is probably one of the last great animation movies that was not made by Disney, let's be honest, because post 2010 it was hard to find an animation movie not made by Disney which was actually fucking good. And saying that, Disney did have its stinkers in that time period because it had Soul.
Anyway, I never got my spark.
Yes, you did.
And I know people will be trying to defend Soul in the comments down below, going, oh, Soul's a great film, and you just don't understand it and the rest of it. Look, I understood it. It was dog shit. It is not a kid's film. It is discovering what life after death is and the rest of it. Coco does a better fucking job of that, and does it in a more cultural manner. This was just fucking bonkers and shit. I think one of the main reasons why this movie was so successful is simply for the time it was released in 2010, when, let's be honest, movie companies like Disney Pixar and also DreamWorks were deciding to opt into doing more sequels and prequels instead of creating something new. And that's where Despicable Me came in. I get it, Despicable Me would do exactly what they did after this and turn it into a franchise. However, this was the first in line, and it felt like a breath of fresh air in the animation community because it was able to rival what Disney Pixar was bringing out and rival what DreamWorks was putting out, because they were just sequels of stories that they'd already heard of. This was something fresh and exciting and for family audiences, and captivated millions around the world just by stupid stuff with Minions in and Gru and stuff like that. And they made shitloads of money out of Despicable Me just for marketing it as something fresh, new and enjoyable, because I remember there was video games, everything related to that, just by promoting this new thing kids would absolutely love when it came out. Another reason why this movie was probably so successful was the fact that we're cheering on a bad guy, which isn't something that we normally see in animation movies. We're cheering on the good guy, we're cheering on the big babyface type of person, but this time we're cheering on, the antagonist, because he's gonna become a protagonist by the end of the film. It's the redemption arc that we've all been waiting for, because he's gonna realise halfway through the film that why does he need to be evil? He's found the love in his life of having these 3 children to look after, and finding something that has changed the course of his life and for the better. And I think that redemption arc was great because he seemed like this villainless dude on a rampage into becoming one of the biggest super villains of all time, trying to steal the moon. And in doing so, he adopted 3 young girls to basically be a part of his plan to steal the moon by getting the shrink ray from Vector and use them to help sell cookies so that he could distract him, so that he could get the shrink ray and then he could steal the moon. However, I think it was such a great idea that, because then having those girls around him, then, because after the plan, he then figures out that that's what he needs in his life, those 3 girls, and that's what he cared for around that time. That's what really changed him into being a better person, and then take on Vector to stop him then from stealing the moon, and then he became a good guy. So that for me was a fantastic idea, fantastic story, and I think the reason he switched is because he felt like he was part of a proper family, in which is something, let's be honest, he did not have as a kid.
Look, Mom, I drew a picture of me landing on the moon.
The villain in Vector made a great villain because he was sleazy, annoying, felt like a knobhead at times, and felt like a fucking obnoxious prick. But that just worked for the style of villain that we needed for this film going up against Gru. But then there's an argument to say, is there a villain at all? Because technically there was 2 people who were trying to steal the moon. Let's be honest.
I fly to the moon. I shrink the moon. I grab the moon. I sit on the toilet. What?
I think that the ending of also Gru changing to be more of a protagonist by the end of the movie, taking on Vector and stopping him from stealing the moon, was fantastic and entertaining. Before we jump back into this video, guys, please do us a massive favour and smash that subscribe button, because you do not want to miss a thing this week, next week and the week after, because we've got tons and tons of content planned for you guys, and you can do us a massive favour by smashing that subscribe button, joining the community, getting updates to all the latest videos, from the YouTube shorts to the actual videos. It is well worth it, completely free, and you will not regret it. So to summarise this movie, this is easily an 8.4 out of 10 and a classic film. Let us know your thoughts down in the comments down below. Is it good, bad, terrible, amazing? Let us know all that jazz down those comments down below. And if you haven't yet seen our Trolls movie review, check that out right now.